Log recording 7:04 p.m. West Coast time, Monday, the 6th of May, 2024. What's going on, zombies? We were John C. Roseman, California. Here again to entertain you lot. After seeing what's happening these days with the politics, I'm surprised we haven't gone on down to the toilet yet. It's been driving me nuts. There have been a couple of letters I've been trying to get processed over here that I want to send out to some people out there, and I've got some challenges for them too. Those who have a interest in politics, but who keep ducking things around left and right, they keep playing head games with it. They want to talk about someone else's personal life. Shit. Stop dancing around the damn thing and go for the full head dive. You're playing footsies with the water. If you call yourself somebody who's against one particular gas bag and you just don't want to go for it, but you're saying that you're against it, you're playing toesies. You're playing toesies. Me, on the other hand, I got nothing else. I mean, I'm not doing it for the money for this damn channel. Long time ago, I said I was doing it because I needed a relief valve. I needed therapy for myself. I'm dealing with a hell of a lot of emotional issues that's tearing me apart. Not to mention a constant bug war here. 5 or 6 weeks straight, Orkin has not done their job because something happened between our company that owns this property and Orkin. Something happened. There had to have been something in there because I hadn't seen these guys coming in here with their usual spray guy coming in here to do spraying. So now I got to take care of the bugs myself, and it's not fun because these things are all over the damn place, in the complex, in the walls. Hard to hell to get rid of. But we got to deal with this stuff now, don't we? As for the politics, I know what they keep talking about in the corporate media is the Trump trial. And I'm thinking to myself, you know where I'm sticking to some of the social media stuff on YouTube just to get a figuring what the hell's going on. Pissed me off this past week when I heard the corporate media people badmouthing the protesters left and right. It just pissed me off on that one. Practicing your First Amendment rights. Yeah, there's going to be some pushbacks on that one. People not wanting you to do that because you're trying to put a point down their throat. And what have I been saying a few times left and right concerning about my own damn protest? If I happen to go outside on the sidewalk and throw this damn thing in their face, what kind of reaction would I be getting at this point? I'm sending over a letter over to MSNBC on this one. I'm hoping they understand. It's one of the corporate media guys out there. To one particular person I'm sending it over to. And this particular video as well. I want them to get a chance to see what the hell I am in action. There's one particular morning media guy on MSNBC that I really got a problem with because he really had a problem concerning about the protesters. And so did everybody else on this panel. What? This idiot. Oh, is it a mild or a harsh term to use for this guy who'd been in politics for a while as a conservative? Didn't he understand about the First Amendment rights, about the needs for protesting? Didn't we have protesting when major things were happening in our country? Or actually outside of the country that were affecting our country together? I'm talking about well before 9/11 hit. We did have protests, between the 70s, actually from the 60s and all the way through the 2000s. One thing after another after another. And yes, we had street takeovers. And yes, we had parks taken care of. Or maybe a school or two got invaded because we had protesters trying to use their First Amendment rights. And the one little difference I was trying to make with these guys, with these people, is sometimes the places, if they are publicly funded, they are considered public property and open season. Now, since we are talking about college campuses, we're talking about universities here. It'll be up to the regents to see what is and what isn't acceptable. And I keep throwing out this particular case at them because it scares and pisses the people out, especially when I keep raising up the. I'm happy to say this one. They're going to be banning me on this one here. The Americanized, bastardized version of the thugs back in the 30s and 40s who were trying to take over Europe and then the world, who existed in a place called Germany, led by a lunatic who belonged in an insane asylum, who wore a short mustache and had a hatred for one particular kind of group of people. Can we use that kind of terminology here and description here? There was a Supreme Court case on this one, Skokie, Illinois versus these kind of people, regarding the freedom of speech. The Rotten Boys won. They have the right to say it during that time, during the 70s, when it happened. However, how to get it implemented, that was another story altogether, because that was up to the local ordinances to do so. And in my head on this one, as I'm trying to use logic on this one here, it would have been up to the school, the colleges and the universities to allow the details on how to do the protesting. What was allowed, what wasn't allowed. They had the right to do it. Public. If it was paid by state and by federal, it's public. Paid out of tax dollars. Even though students would be filing for government loans. Public money. Grants. Public money. Pell Grants. More public money. I have to say these things. I have to talk about these things because they're important. But if they're not important to anybody, then what are we doing it for? What are we protesting for? What are we talking about? What are we allowed to talk about? Denying ourselves that freedom of luxury of doing that. That's what pisses me off. Even if we are saying that we don't like the politicians that we're dealing with. Right now, I got a dog to deal with. Give me a moment. As some of you know, I take care of a dog, and she is needy. She is needy. I'm grateful I still have her alive, because as long as she's needy, she's still alive. I know eventually there's going to be a day that she is not going to be in my life, and this is going to be the hardest damn thing for me to deal with afterwards, because I won't have any family available around me after that. I can't depend upon politics to be a saving salvation for me. I don't know what my plans will be after, if or when it's her time comes. I'm not going to like it at all. I've been a dog owner all my life. It's never easy having dogs around you for a time and then losing them, including when you get that close to them, and they become very integral in your family and your life. My dog is very integral in my life. I can't say dealing with the politicians or the mouths out there or even corporate media are integral in my life. They're just voice boxes. But there are things immediately around me that actually do matter most. And I try to keep an eye on these. It's never that easy. When I lost David almost 5 or 6 years ago, I was losing my head. I was trying to keep things sane, but I really was losing it. I really was. Now I don't know what else to say about it. Wake up in the morning and you have a hole in your heart. Where this damn thing is, 4 years old. I died 3 times just to have those holes patched up. But every time you keep losing people, you get more of a chunk out of yourself that's out of yourself, and I can't deal with it as much. So things and perspectives do change from time to time. I had just signed up for college early this morning. I didn't think I'd get through the damn process. I'm sorry. I'm watching something that seems to be very terrifying that they keep showing a replay of. A tornado about to hit an area. And somebody's showing us, oh boy, yeah. Those things would scare the hell out of you. Me too. Shit. Anyway, I don't know. I got distracted a great deal on this one. Going off on a fire and brimstone, terrifying thing, and I see some terrifying things happening on screen of a windstorm blowing through and tearing things apart left and right. Well, it looks like the finger of God coming down, hard and heavy and terrifying as hell. And seeing all that happening. I thought watching a movie back in the 90s was bad enough, but seeing the actual things on screen, a reality check. Little observation though. All the volcanic activity we've been having for I don't know how long. I keep wondering if that's more affecting the weather instead of anything else these days. We got so much volcanic gas up in the atmosphere. I think it's going to be changing our weather patterns, either cooking us or going to be giving us more rainstorms or some more intense activity. Things for me to think about and talk about these days. Plan of action for tomorrow, guys? Well, for me, it's getting over to a library this week. I get the hours again. I need them. I need to get to a printer. I need to get the information necessary from the printer. And I'm hoping that maybe eventually I'll be able to get paperwork sent in so I can get my financial aid working. Yeah, I know, but things happen at home that take more of a priority and it shouldn't have been. So now I got to take care of this stuff, which is screwy enough as it is. Uh, work already, damn it. Okay, so what I need at this point is the hours that I need for the library I'm going to. I tried this on tax day and it didn't work. It didn't. Okay. Rosamund. Tuesday through Thursday. Okay. And then Friday. And then, okay. So basically, Monday sucks. And so does Sunday. So it's a good thing I didn't go anywhere today. And Darla Wright's going to be working from Tuesday through Saturday, so I got to work on that damn thing fast. So I can get that going. possibly anticipate a trip back over to the Antelope Valley College again and see if my registration's holding. That should be concerning me in about a couple of weeks, actually about a couple of months, going back to the campus again because it's the campus. I haven't been on the campus in a hell of a long while, and I'm itching to go back. I'm itching to go back. What I'm going to be looking for right now is going to be the days the classes are going to start up. So let me take a look at June. Actually, past July is what I need. Alright. That's what I thought. August. When? When? Come on. That's what I thought. The 19th. Okay, cool. Now I got a few months left. Registered. All I got to do is get the damn financial aid squared away, and hopefully we'll see what happens. So it'll be a long wait. This is May, June, July, August, September. Oh, sorry, almost 3 months, 2.5 months. Okay, cool. So I'll be looking forward to that. I'll be bringing a bear with me. You see, boys and girls, if you happen to look at my shelf up there, I'll be adding another fur ball up there, and also not to mention another bear that's coming through the mail system. Yeah, I mean, my softy collecting anyway. I was talking to the therapist, I think last week, telling her about what was going on with the campus and everything else going on. Trying to get a handle on what was going on inside. I know the politics are still getting to me, and everyone else is going after each other's throat. I started hearing something about the news pundits out there talking about democracies being lost. I kept saying to myself, it's already been lost. We just hadn't realized the damn shit yet. Nobody's pissed off enough. Nobody's upset enough. Nobody's griping and grumbling about it yet, except the conservatives that think they're losing their rights and freedom and blame everybody else for it, when they should be blaming their own damn selves for their damn crap in the first place. They keep listening to these con artists, these shuck and jivers here. The religious folk are trying to push buttons left and right. She's on it again. My dog. She gets worried, she gets scared, she can't hear as much. And she's wondering if she's able to attract my attention all the time. She's getting blind. Her smell is the only thing that keeps her going. I don't dare bring her outside as much. I put down pads just to keep her from doing the floor so much damage on it. If she's going to be using the... let's try to rephrase that. If she's going to go to the bathroom, I would prefer her doing it on the pads instead of outside, because outside she's acting like she's freaking out, excited, wants to run this way, wants that way, and I would prefer running inside the house where I can keep an eye on her. Yeah, it makes me terrified of seeing how she's going and how she's dealing with things right now. So yes, I really have to be well aware of what's happening with my dog. It's scary enough as it is. I hear people with their mouths left and right talking about this, talking about that, doing this and doing that, and yada 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 yada. Oh, they're just giving me some more grief left and right that I can't even say. But it's almost getting close to that time for her and me anyway to conk it out. I mean, I'll stay up as much as I can. But for right now, I just want to make sure that I'm keeping a track of my dog, seeing she's all right. It's not easy to be vulnerable. It's not easy to feel it and express vulnerability when when you have to keep showing this facade to people all the damn time. It's not that easy. I had to be stoic. I didn't I didn't have my buttons pushed as much, but I did. Some occasions I actually had. But when it comes down for experiencing loss, I had to keep shoving it back inside and not erupt in emotions. Always be an observer, an isolator. But I tell you one thing, sometimes it's a curse. I discovered that the hard way when I've lost too many people, pets, and then started hitting home. Losing Ma, losing a special friend of mine who'd been in the family for over 40 years, and so did her family. But after Ma and their own mother passed away, after they died, I lost them too. Split. I lost the family pet along the way, and my big brother lastly. Past 10.5 years has not been kind. Waking up in the morning, some days I get reactive, and other days I'm just too much in pain, physically and emotionally. Other days I hang in there. I'm not ready to conk out yet, but I'm afraid for my dog. I know there's that option. She's not there yet, and when I talked to a vet, an animal doctor, a couple of last month on her, I was supposed to be filing paperwork, but I couldn't because I was taking care of a dog. That took care of a priority right there. At least the vet told me that she's still functioning, she's still able. She's still got life left. I intend to keep with that. So, enough of me doing a melodrama here. Melancholy melodrama to bore people with a soliloquy, or at least a monologue. Last lines to talk about. Starliner from Boeing. I don't know what the hell happened, but while I was sleeping and waiting until time for blast off, the hell, she got scrubbed. Mama, come here. Come here, honey. It's all right, baby. Come here. Come on, come on. Oh, no, you're not. Come here. Come here, honey. Easy does it, old girl. Okay, put you down. You're gonna throw up. I'll clean it up. I generally do anyway.